Gentlemen, you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone. Alone.
Hello and welcome to the Talent Podcast brought to you by The Wheel. I am your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, the brand new host of Fear Factor. It's Mike Regan. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm the new Joe Rogan.
Well, do you know who the new Joe Rogan is, Mike? Who? They brought back Fear Factor. Do you know who's hosting it? Who is the person?
They brought back Fear Factor.
Of all the celebrities, you could pick someone to host Fear Factor. Who would you pick?
Not too big of a celebrity, obviously, but someone with a notable enough name. I'm gonna say Jake Paul.
You know what? That'd be a pretty good one. That'd be pretty good. I think he'd be a terrible host, but I'd fucking check it. I'd be like, what is this going to be?
Yeah.
People are going to have to go into the suicide forest? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
this is in the first minute into YouTube. I have to say the unalive forest.
There you go. And we just got to...
Johnny Knoxville.
Oh. I guess that works.
Knoxville.
That actually works pretty well.
The thing about Johnny Knoxville is he still looks like Johnny Knoxville, but like he saw a ghost in a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Yeah. Everything's gray hair, doesn't he?
It's fucking... It's
white.
White. Yeah. It's Michael Myers white.
Yeah.
Mike Myers. I guess Michael Myers white is very different.
I'm so confused. What do you mean by that, Michael Myers white?
Mike Myers, the actor, not the serial killer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said
He
Michael
has white
Myers.
hair now?
Mike Myers? Mike Myers has had white hair forever.
Since when?
The 90s?
No, he doesn't. Who are you thinking of? He has brown hair.
Is his hair not stark white now?
No.
Yeah, it is. Hey, fucking get out of here. Get out of here. Since 2016, there's a photo
that's
of him.
white.
Stark white hair.
That is. I totally forgot.
Get out of here.
My bad.
You're fucking trying to tell me that his hair's not white.
I was trying to tell you things. They were wrong.
Should I have gone with someone more traditionally associated with white hair like Steve Martin?
Steve Martin. He's been white-haired since he was like 10.
Gandalf?
The gray? Or the white?
No, the white.
Okay.
Saruman? Christopher Lloyd, you know? He had white hair.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? I'm running out of white-haired individuals. Johnny Knoxville?
Dana Carvey?
Dana Carvey. I suppose that one works. Every president besides the orange one.
No.
Oh, wait. And Obama. Obama didn't really have white hair.
No. I feel like Reagan had like the touch of gray thing going on, didn't he?
I thought he had dementia. I don't know anything about his touch
that
of gray.
too. We had that too. Where he's like, "Ugh."
Who played him in that movie that just came out last year?
There was a movie with Ronald Reagan in it?
Saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what's wrong with me. I shouldn't be going to see Reagan in theaters.
Great Whitest Kids You Know sketch about the attempted assassination of Ronald Reagan.
You gotta stop with the Whitest Kids You Know, man. It's getting concerning. Do I need to like send someone to deprogram you?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't need help.
Is this like a sleeper cell thing?
It could be.
Yeah. Like you're gonna hear an activation phrase and start drinking a gallon of PCP?
Yeah, pretty much. Whole gallon.
Yeah. Okay. So PCP is a liquid?
I don't know. I've never had it. Let's find out. Is PCP a liquid? According to Google, yes, PCP can be found in liquid form. However, in its pure form, phenycyclidine, nailed it, is a white crystalline powder that readily dissolves in water or alcohol. Yeah, so I guess if you just dissolve it in water, you can have a whole gallon of PCP.
So what % of the gallon was PCP? That's my question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What was the phenycyclidine to H2O ratio?
Wait. Grapist.
Grapist, yes.
Well, Mike, I almost called us a fantasy football podcast. I don't know where that came from. We are a football podcast.
We never talked fantasy football.
By the same great minds that brought you all-out predictions. I don't know. I'm somewhat running out of our gimmick articles. It was really a bigger thing early on, and then we started doing 3 podcasts a week, and it's harder for us to pump out the...
Remind me of that later when you bring up plugs. Whenever we do, there's like a few times where we'll like start to tread on fantasy football and talk a little bit about our leagues. But I feel like every time you're really quick to be like, no, no, no one wants to hear about this bullshit.
I was trading my little dick off at the deadline in our dynasty league.
You were the only person, I guess, because I'm a bad commissioner and I didn't like send out a message like, hey everybody, trade deadline. But also, when you open the Sleeper app and you go to your league, there's a big thing on the top. So it's not really my job to tell you what to do.
Well, our league also doesn't have a lot of trading because primarily there's not enough IR spots. You don't have median wins, and the draft picks don't. Your timer on the draft picks is too short. So,
well, the timer on the draft picks will definitely change. I can tell you that. And
also the median scoring and the IR spots.
The IR spots is going to be up to debate, as well as the median wins. I don't like the median wins. I feel like it hurts
the median
me.
wins.
I'm like 11-9. I'm like 11 something and 9. It's like some bullshit, you know.
I was gonna try to trade with you right up against that deadline, and you have nothing on your team.
That's what you think.
The deadline's passed.
I know.
I have all your picks, and I don't want any of your players.
I'm commissioner. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I've moved the deadline. I'm trading.
I can trade whatever the hell I want. I actually don't even need your permission. I can just take players and put them on my team. I'm the almighty.
I ended up like 3 picks at the end of the trade deadline, and I think my team got better. I don't know how that happened. I mean, I guess like Loveland for Otten hurts, but outside of that.
Well, you did the one trade that was very like win now because it was the Otten trade because you also got Derrick Henry and Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
But then your next trade had a bunch of picks in it. Very Sam Preston. Very Sam Preston.
Well, that guy, I was like arguing or like negotiating back and forth with him, and then he sent me a trade. I think I was sending out Monungai and a pick.
Yeah.
To get back something and a lot of picks.
Yeah, you traded a good 2026 and then you got a shitload in 2027.
Yeah, I didn't even trade a good 2026. So that's it's Don. It's the guy that won the league last year, and he's going to have some wins down the stretch. What's up?
But the guy who won it last year is he's like right on the edge of making the playoffs or not.
Yeah, but exactly. But he's about to go on a little bit of a run. Like if you look at his team was just a bunch of hurt guys like Purdy and Lamar and shit. And so he's going to go on a run. That pick's going to be worse, and then I got all these fucking picks in 2027.
It's going to suck when I just randomly end the league after next season. Just joshing.
But we are not a fantasy football podcast because we don't like to put tampons up our nose, which I believe is a main staple of fantasy football podcasters.
Strictly fantasy football podcasters, super lame.
That's why most fantasy football podcasts don't have a video component. Because their noses are crammed with like 6 to 7 tampons.
I mean, that's why Ben Johnson is always standing behind a podium for his press conferences because he's got pee all over his pants.
Yeah. I don't know how that's relevant to fantasy football podcast, but it's just true.
I'm just saying, yeah, it's a similar thing.
We're a regular football podcast, as you can tell by our tampon listenoses. And we are here, Mike. We are here to talk about Week 12 of NFL.
Football.
Mike, the way that I kind of pitch this to you is I want to go through the slate for Week 12 and find just 3 really good storylines. 3 things that you can sit down on Sunday and be like, this is what I'm thinking about going into this game.
I wrote 4 down, Adam.
I wrote 6.
Okay, good. I just want to have one backup, but
I want
totally. Yeah. All right.
So why don't you give me one of your storylines here, Mike?
If you have more, so you should probably go first.
Yeah, but I'm also the host, so do what I say and stop pushing back, or else I'm going to end your fantasy football league.
Someone's on a big time power trip. All right, Browns at Raiders.
I also have this one. That's so weird.
Yeah, great storyline of who's going to mess up their draft position. Both teams are 2-8. The Browns currently have the 3rd pick. The Raiders currently have the 6th. Who's going to mess this up? Could it be Shadur? He's making his first like legit start. Have a whole week of practice playing with the ones.
So this storyline for me is actually a twofer because I initially wrote it down to be like, this is the tank bowl. Like you got to lose or you're fucked, right? Like this is Davis Mills marching down the field, beating Atlanta, Carolina, Jacksonville, whoever they beat a few years ago in the CJ Stroud draft, and knocking them out of the 1st pick overall. But really, Mike, you know what this is?
What?
Shadur Sanders' revenge game. That's right.
Everybody was mocking him to the Raiders. That's right.
Famously, not only were they mocking him to the Raiders reached out and said they were taking him to him, reportedly.
And Tom Brady
And they
stepped
didn't.
in.
They didn't. Yeah, Tom Brady stepped in and said, "All right, KB, here's a guy. He's gonna throw downfield to one of his receivers, and that's just what you want to see here, KB."
That's a terrible Brady.
That's exactly how he is. Brady sucks shit in the booth.
Workshopping, he's way better than Greg Olson.
Brady is like if cardboard was less interesting on the call, which is crazy because on the field, Brady was so charismatic. He was screaming, he was throwing things. He had the iPad that wasn't an iPad. He was spiking it. Then he gets into the booth and he's like, "KB, you see here on third down, what you don't want to do, KB, is get sacked."
I think he's good. The only time he's not is when they actually cut to the booth and you see him because he has like this very like smile with dead eyes. Jason Garrett-esque, you know.
Those two
creepy.
guys,
Just nodding his head.
like if you found out that there was a collection of shark-based aliens who are trying to infiltrate human society by wearing human skin suits, my first 2 draft picks would be Jason Garrett and Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's a good solid pick. Speaking of the draft real quick, just because I had Tankathon pulled up, and according to Tankathon, shout out Tankathon, the Giants at 2 taking Jordan Tyson would be such a god-awful draft pick that it might finally get Joe Schoen fired.
Come on, Malik Neighbors, Jordan Tyson,
No.
Cam Scatabo, Jackson Dart.
You take Tyson at 2 with the wide receiver class that's coming up next year. Like that is beyond moronic. Like just take, like if you're like, oh, we don't know what we need here, just take the best O lineman on the board if you're not going
We'll
to
get to this later. But since their pass rush draft pick last year is a bust, they could take Ruben Bain at 2.
I think Abdul Carter's a bust. I mean, he's slowed down. I don't think he's a bust.
He has half a sack all year, Mike.
No, according to PFF, he has one.
That's
They don't
because
do half
PFF doesn't do half sacks.
Because half sacks are bullshit.
Mike, my first storyline.
Yeah.
This is a Mike Regan special right here. It's a Thursday night football game. It's the Bills.
Oh,
Texans
yeah.
at Bills. Mike, this one's my only X's and O's storyline here. Mike, this is the only matchup this week with a top 6 defense facing a top 6 offense.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to be a very bottom offense also playing a very bottom defense.
Yeah, a little bit probably. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
One side of the ball is going to be really interesting, and the other is going to be a movable force against a stoppable object.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Nick. Let me ask you this. You, I assume, watched that Buccaneers-Bills game?
I did.
Yeah. Does it kind of feel like maybe the Bills have figured something out?
Maybe. I think
202 rushing yards, 5.2 a carry, 3 rushing touchdowns.
Did we really end up with that many rushing yards? That doesn't even sound right.
202 as a team. Yeah.
No way, really.
Yeah.
James Cook, maybe it was just because like early on James Cook was so bottled up, but then I guess like Vita Vea got winded. He had to hit the sideline for a slice or 2. That was me.
Got into the league and just started hammering slices.
Hammering slices. That was good. Yeah, I mean, I think. Yeah, I don't think of the Bucs defense as great. I think of like, oh, they got like some dudes sprinkled in there, but they have weaknesses you can attack. Like the Bucs defense is good to be fair, but like the Texans defense is next level. Like the Texans would not be still in the playoff hunt if it was not for this defense. Like we're going to talk about it later, but like Will Anderson has a very strong case to be the DPOY.
By rushing success rate, the Bucs have the second best defense in the NFL.
Exactly. Now I will say that like I think part of it last week was Brady knew like, oh, like the Bucs defense, like when you look at all the numbers, they're better against the run than the pass. So I think that's why Brady like very early on went heavy on Allen throwing.
You know, they had a pretty good sound clip that came out of Joe Brady talking about the game plan in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like this. KB, what I think we're going to do here is we're going to run the ball more with the running back, KB.
I was talking about future LSU head coach Joe Brady. All right.
Hey, can I tell you the best piece of feedback we've ever gotten on this podcast?
What?
One time someone, I was going to say DM'd. I think they just messaged me. I think it was like on a messaging app. But they messaged me and said, hey, I don't know what this hammering slices thing is, but it's really funny.
You just say like it's an original.
No, I think I just liked it and moved on with my life. Now that's 2 weeks in a row where the Bucs defense has kind of gotten run on against good offensive lines. So maybe there's some regression coming for the Bucs defense. But
that's true. Yeah.
when you're talking about great defenses, I mentioned that the Bucs were second in EP or in success rate, in rushing success rate so far this season. Do you know who number 1 is, Mike?
And rushing success rate.
In rushing
defensively.
success rate. Yeah, it's relevant to this conversation.
Wait,
say that.
The Texans or the Bucs were
the Bucs were number 2.
Number 2. Number 1 is it the Texans? Because that would fit. Or did you already say they were
the Browns? The Texans are 9th.
9th. Okay, yeah. God damn.
So it's not actually relevant. I was just kind of throwing up a.
It's not. It was relevant to my first storyline because poor Ashton Genty's gonna have another like 1.8 per carry night.
The Texans, where they have excelled is in pass coverage, which how could you not with Kamari Lassiter? But they have the best pass defense in the league. The Bills oddly have like a pretty good pass defense, but have like an exceptional passing offense because they count QB scrambles in pass EPA.
I think because that's McDermott's wheelhouse. He was a secondary guy. He played corner at the great school of William & Mary. Powerhouse football program down there.
I can't imagine. For whatever reason, I can't imagine Sean McDermott backpedaling.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's how he came up through the coaching ranks. He started as like a DB coach. So that's like in his wheelhouse. So I think sometimes he gets more out of the talent we have. Even though I do think we have some, I'm not going to turn this into a Bills podcast, which I usually could. Even though I think we have like some young guys coming on strong, like Cole Bishop's taking a second-year leap, and Maxwell Harrison has played solid.
Like, doesn't it? It kind of feels like in the last few weeks they're figuring something out. I mean, like you just throw out the Miami loss, right?
Yeah.
Throw out the Miami loss.
Albatross.
It feels like the Bills are kind of figuring some shit out. They're figuring some shit out in the secondary. The offensive line is still good. The running game's still good. It feels like the passing game's clicking a little bit more, even if it is a little bit more superhero Josh Allen breaking off of her run outside of the tackle.
Right. I do think we still have a problem with our pass catchers. Like with Kincaid out especially, that takes away one of our go-to guys. So like that will cause a problem, I think, against the secondary. But at the end of the day, Josh Allen, he's the greatest quarterback to ever live, most beautiful quarterback to ever live, and I don't see why he can't throw for 700 yards and run for another 200.
He's got to be really funny, right?
He's pretty funny. I've seen him in interviews. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, because like he's kind of dorky looking.
How dare you?
And Haley Steinfeld,
how dare you?
is both one of our most talented actors and incredibly beautiful.
Your quarterback is Jaden Daniels.
He's dorky looking.
And you're going to tell me that my quarterback looks nerdy?
They both look
dorky,
like dorks.
as you said?
They're both dorky looking.
I'm going to send Josh to your house to beat you up.
Let's see. What quarterback doesn't look like a dork? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he just looks like an overrated quarterback.
Jalen Hurts, Jackson Dart.
Trevor Lawrence doesn't look dorky. He just looks like there's nothing really going on upstairs.
Yeah, like he looks like if you cut to like an insert of his brain, it's just a cartoon cat walking down the road whistling.
Yeah, and then he's just going.
All right, Mike, you want to throw another storyline there, bud?
Yeah. Falcons at Saints.
I got no idea what your storyline's going to be for this.
It's pretty simple. It's an NFC South basement battle, baby. Going into the year,
Tyler Shack.
Yeah. If you told Saints fans going into the year, like, hey, there's a shot you're not going to finish dead last in your division, they'd have been like, partly happy, partly like, wow, we're going to ruin our draft position. But still, the Falcons have not been as good as I think some have hoped, especially me. Penix is now out, so in comes Kirky Q, who looked god-awful in his one start. It's a basement battle for the NFC South, baby.
Have we gotten news on what Penix's injury is?
I haven't. I
yeah,
just know he's done.
Season-ending ACL surgery.
Yes, sir. You pointed that out last week because you wanted to take a victory lap because he had knee injuries in college.
Yeah,
and you're
just
fuck, so you're like, ha ha.
Also, Drake London's out.
Oh, they're done.
And Chris Olave's out.
Ooh.
This game's gonna be so bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
Alvin
so
Kamara
bad.
And Bijan.
Yeah. What is Kamara gonna? It's not gonna be Kendra Miller. He's out.
I feel like my oddly specific prediction though is like Taysom Hill's definitely scoring a touchdown some way. It's happening.
Who scores more touchdowns on Sunday? Taysom Hill or Josh Allen?
Okay. Josh Allen, of course.
Ooh, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Josh Allen will score 0 touchdowns on Sunday because he plays on Thursday. I'm sorry, Mike.
Oh, you got me.
I got
You
you.
tricky
I
little
got you.
fucker.
I got you. I showed you what for. All right, Mike. My next storyline because I don't really want to talk about Falcons Saints.
Yeah, I don't either.
Colts at Chiefs. This is a two-way storyline here, Mike.
I had this one down here, yeah.
The first storyline. This is a big. Are the Colts legit game? Are they legit? Are the Colts for real, Mike? Mike,
What?
Can you smell the stink?
Let me just say, so my storyline was prove it game for Indy. So I agree.
Yeah. This is the best team that they are playing outside of their wins over the Chargers and Broncos. The Broncos, what it took was 2 last-second field goals after a wild leverage penalty that never gets called. So this is their first good game since then. They're coming off a Berlin game. They played in Berlin last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Nope. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. They played in Berlin 2 weeks ago. So the last game was a Berlin game. And now they got to go to Kansas City. I don't love their odds there, Mike. This could
Like
be
you
this
said,
could What's up?
Well, like you said, their best win's the Denver game, which was not only was it the stupid penalty game, it was also like Denver's defense was still getting their feet moving.
Can I say this?
You know,
We're like Chris Jones is a very good player. Are we not talking enough about how he just like can't stay on the field 3 plays in a row?
I mean, no, I don't. Well, yeah, people aren't talking about it, but I think it's a pretty blatant thing if you know ball like we do, because we know so much ball.
Like Chris Jones is getting gassed. Chris Jones is getting gassed.
Yeah,
Like 2 plays if he plays on the field 2 plays in a row and we can't be out there for 3 plays. And guess who's coming to town? It's Jonathan fucking Taylor.
Yeah.
Like is Chris Jones going to be playing like half the snaps in this game just because he's going to be out of breath running side to side trying to chase down JT?
I'd have to look at the numbers, but because like obviously every year a new player gets signed to the biggest contract, but you could make an argument that Chris Jones isn't living up to what he got paid ever since that deal came down.
Let's see. What do you think his contract is?
$4.5 billion. No, I don't know. I have no clue.
$1 million.
But I imagine at his position, he's probably like in the top 5.
Let's find out together. Currently, Chris Jones is making $23.6 million. Chris Jones is making $23.6 million this year.
Yeah.
In year 2 of a 5-year, $158 million contract.
So where does that rank among interior defensemen?
Where does that rank amongst interior defensemen? That would rank him. Did I scroll past him, or are they not calling him an interior defenseman in this?
Oh, maybe they're not. I think of him as a defensive tackle. Do you not?
Me too.
Am I wrong? Okay.
What the fuck position do you guys say Chris Jones plays?
Maybe, depending on the site you're on, maybe a D or an edge.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. Let's scroll down here and see.
Safety. Is he under safety?
Fourth among defensive linemen behind Dexter Lawrence, De'Aaron Payne, and DeForest Buckner, which I will say, I think he's firmly in that top 4.
compared to those guys, yeah. You said who? I heard Dexter Lawrence and DeForest Buckner. Who's the other one?
De'Aaron Payne.
I don't know. I don't know if he's better than De'Aaron Payne. I think that's kind of a wash.
Yeah, I would say Chris Jones and De'Aaron Payne are about the same player.
Yeah, yeah.
Vita Vea at 7, another player that keeps getting winded and having to leave the field. This is also, Mike. This is like Kansas State's officially in playoff mode.
They have to. This is wild.
I don't know if they can drop a game and make the playoffs.
Like it's one thing to be like, oh, 2 games into the year and Kansas City has a losing record, and like ESPN First Take to talk about it and like over exaggerate it. But to be 11 games into the season, if they were 5-6, that would be fucking wild. I think Patrick Mahomes should retire, and I think that's what they should do if this happens. Yeah. He's cooked.
You know how many people texted me when Wemby got hurt?
Why, is it because you're the Wemby hater?
I'm the Wemby hater. So I got so many texts about Wemby getting hurt. I went to go pull up the line on this game, and just as like muscle memory took over, and I went to the awards because I'm just checking MVP odds every day.
Oh yeah, I feel like you. Like, quick side note, we can get back to football, but I feel like you don't hate Wemby because you think he's overrated. You just hate him because he plays in your conference.
Yes, I hate him because he is good at football. That is why I do not like Victor Wembanyama.
Yes.
Why can I not find the line? There it is. 3.5. Kansas City is favored in this game.
I mean, even at 5-5, if Indy was to walk into Arrowhead and beat them, that would be like a resume booster. That'd be like, okay, these boys are legit.
Yeah. So far, Indy undefeated against the AFC West.
Oh yeah, they beat the Chargers and the Broncos.
Yeah. And the Raiders aren't really a football team, so.
Yeah, they don't count.
I'm just saying, Mike. Just saying. What is your next storyline, Mike?
Let's see. Next storyline. Patrick Mahomes likes to beat orphans? That's what it
With
sounds
other
like.
orphans.
With how he picks up another orphan? No. You're right. You stole Colts and Chiefs, so I'll go to my last one here, which is Bucks at Rams.
I have that one too. You know what? I'm going to use all 6 of mine.
Yeah. It is. It's Mayfield versus McVay.
Yep, that's what I got too.
Mayfield versus the man who saved him. I feel like Mayfield's been on record in interviews saying that like the Browns beat his love of football out of him, and then he wound up for those. Yes, with an orphan. Then he ended up in LA for those few games, and it revitalized his career. He goes to Tampa Bay. Everybody, Brady retires. Mayfield's the guy. People are like, how's this going to go? He's legit. Top 15 QB. You can make an argument for top 10, and I would not push back. Like, this dude's legit. And he owes it all to McVay, but now he's coming back for him. He's coming back to tear his heart out.
How many people's lives have improved by going to LA for a short period of time?
I mean, I love LA. So,
hey, can I do a quick aside here? Can I approach the bench? Sidebar?
Sure. Yeah.
Is it time that we start talking about Chris Shula as the number 1 name on the coaching search rankings? Like, should he be the top name on the market now?
Cut this from the pod, but Chris Shula is?
You know, you can Google things, and I can cut that from the pod. Okay. He's the Rams defensive coordinator.
Like I said, Adam, he's the Rams defensive coordinator, you idiot. I feel like we should, because they had, like, I mean, people always talk about it, like they had that stretch of not having high draft picks, and they put together this great defense. Like everybody's talking, well, once again, we're going to get to it later, but everybody's talking Jared Verse. He's high up in the odds for Defensive Player of the Year, but like Byron Young's having a phenomenal season and should also be in the conversation.
Yeah, and they're getting a lot of play out of a secondary that's a lot of day 2 and day 3 draft picks and casts off from the Washington Commanders for some reason.
Dare I say, like, not to be mean, I mean, this is a compliment in a weird way, like a no-name secondary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's, like, outside of Verse, who's the biggest name on that secondary?
Well, Verse
not
is
on the
in
secondary, on the defense. On the defense.
Okay, you broke my brain. It's probably Byron Young.
Which is, I mean, like another guy they drafted, so props to Les Snead, but like
yeah,
I'm just gonna pull up their depth chart here, and like seriously, like it's not like they have a bunch of dudes who, you know, it's like, wow, these guys have caliber name. Like, okay, Kobe Turner, another draft pick of theirs. Brendan Fisk, another draft pick of theirs.
I do like me some Cameron Kitchens. I feel bad that I didn't think of his name.
Cam Curl and Emmanuel Forbes, 2 players that were cast off by the Washington Commanders, who now have the worst defense in the league.
Dude, let's talk about a little Josiah Stewart.
Rookie. Ty Hamilton, another rookie.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like
it's
11-12 pressures. It's not bad.
Generally a no-name secondary. It's generally a no-name defense.
Cam Curl is one of the Washington cast-offs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, little Cam Curl action. You'll love to see it. Well, Emmanuel Forbes has a 107 PFF grade. Wow. No, I'm just kidding.
No, 107 is his weight, Mike. You're looking at the wrong category.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But they are getting so much juice out of these players. When like maybe we'll look back and some of these guys will be guys. I mean, like the biggest free agent guy they seem to have on this team, it's either Nate Landman or Cam Curl.
Yeah.
Like, is it time that Chris Shula is at like the number one name to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns?
He probably is he related to like Don and Mike?
Mike McCarthy?
Shula?
Yeah.
Okay. Asshole.
I can find out real quick. Do you care that much?
I'm just curious because I mean that's a lot of Shulas.
Maybe he's not, but that's how he got into coaching because everyone thought he was.
There's almost as many Shulas as there are Mannings in the game.
Almost as many as McVay's. Not McVay's, Shanahan's.
Yeah.
He is the son of Dave Shula, grandson of Don Shula, and nephew of Mike Shula.
There you go.
There you go. Who the fuck is Dave Shula?
A used car salesman.
Head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals from 1992 to 1996.
Wow. Dude,
Mike, Dave Shula, once again, head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals from 1992 to 1996. What was his record?
Oh, were those the Boomer years? Boomer Esiason?
I couldn't pull that up right now.
Okay, well, let's say it is. If they say it is, I'm not going to give you a number like the this and that. Over how many seasons? 92, 96?
4 seasons.
4
I can do.
seasons.
You want me to tell you how many games?
60%.
60%. God damn it. How did you possibly do that in the way that is most annoying for me to figure out? Divided by...
I think
26%.
Okay, I think Boomer actually played in the 80s, so I was way off.
26% win percentage.
Let's see. Boomer Esiason played in the Bengals from 84 to 92. So literally up to right before Don showed up.
Dave? It's Dave Shula?
Dave, Don, Kevin, Eric, whatever.
Who is Chris's father? Chris Shula, future head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals.
I mean, that's not crazy. They went with the offensive guy and douchebag over there.
They're not gonna fire Zach Robinson. Zach Taylor. Why do I always call him Zach Robinson? Who's Zach Robinson? That's someone, right?
The OC for the Falcons.
Oh yeah, they kind of look like, right? Yeah, they look identical.
Yeah, I had high hopes for, and he was like, "We're gonna run so much pistol."
He's like, "Have you ever seen Michael Penix take a snap under center? I haven't, and I never will." Mike, my final storyline.
Yeah.
Panthers at 49ers.
Ooh.
How about a little Christian McCaffrey legacy game? Not revenge game.
Oh shit.
Legacy game.
Yeah, because they've probably played each other since then, right?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay, legacy game. Define a legacy game. Just 2 teams he played for.
It's one of those where you can see if this becomes like, if when Christian McCaffrey's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, if this is one of those games that he just has like a great record in, or a great stat line in, you could see them showing clips of him running against his team. By the way, when was the McCaffrey trade?
I feel like we're in year 3 of McCaffrey as a Niner, right?
It's gotta be longer than that, right?
Gotta be like, nah. If it's not 3, it's 4. It's nowhere near longer than that.
It's gotta be 6.
Triples is
so
best.
He was traded in 2022.
I was right.
October 20th, 2022.
Okay.
Which is 11 days after the last time the 49ers and Panthers have played. This is the first time McCaffrey is playing against the Panthers.
Do you think he's going to score and then oh no wait, it's in Levi Stadium. It's in San Francisco, right?
It's in San Francisco.
Okay. It'd be funny if he like scored then pointed up at Tepper.
Yeah. And then grabbed his balls. They did a little dance.
Yeah. A little Mayfield just grabbed the crotch, planted the flag.
So, Christian McCaffrey legacy game. The Hall of Fame videos, I can see it right now, are going to feature him stiff arming one of the great Carolina Panthers defenders, such as
Nick Scorton.
Thank you.
There you
go. Also, this is great because no matter who wins, the loser looks like a fraud after this game.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I feel like
Isn't that fun?
yeah, I mean, I feel like the Niners are definitely on the line. They're definitely favored though.
Do you think
With
should I
the
mention when my cat is actively trying to climb on my collarbones during the podcast, or do you think that's just a good
I mean,
Easter egg for the video
I mean,
watchers?
I guess for the audio listeners you could, but yeah, now that we're video, like if you're still an audio listener, you should go subscribe to our YouTube so you can see when Adam's cat is crawling over.
Yeah, she's. I'm just gonna keep petting her. If you wanna talk more about Christian McCaffrey,
Overrated. I was kidding.
I think he's properly rated. Who's the most properly rated player in the NFL?
Carson Wentz. We all agree he's very bad.
Okay.
That's properly rated.
And you call me like a cynic
What do you mean? How is I being cynical?
because every player you call overrated or only properly rated if they're bad.
Well, if I call someone overrated, that like obviously that means I think they're. No, that's not true. There's some players who you can say they're overrated because they're just good, but people think they're great, like Jalen Hurts.
Do people think Jalen Hurts is great?
Philly fans do, and like
Yeah,
the
but
occasional
Philly fans
like
think Nick Foles a
talking
first
head
ballot
will
Hall of
say,
Famer.
like, oh. There are some people who follow sports, but they're just like, he won a Super Bowl MVP when he shouldn't have. Super
I think
should have. Fucking joke.
I think like right now is Jalen Hurts a Hall of Famer?
I hate these conversations so much.
But I don't think he is, and I don't think people would say he is.
No, this is like my least favorite like first takey argument like conversation to be like, is so a Hall of Famer? I don't know why. I hate it. It's like I don't know. Like let him finish his career, then come talk to me. I mean, I feel like people were talking about is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer like 5 years before he retired.
I think the Jalen Hurts hype also comes from fantasy football, but that's a conversation for a different day because Mike, as you can tell from this angle, there are no tampons in my nose.
That's true.
Those are all storylines, Mike. Is there any games we missed that we really need to cover a storyline for?
Yeah, you didn't hit the storyline for Vikings Packers, which is JJ. God, run! Micah Parsons is right near you. Run!
I think the storyline for that is fraud QB. Is Jordan Love the new Justin Herbert? Where the internet nerds are like, he's good, and I'm like, are we sure?
See, I don't feel like I've heard as much internet craziness about Love as I had. Like, Herbert was pretty wild.
Yeah.
But I was a part of it for like, multiple seasons. It was like, just look at him. Look at the arm. But it never comes through in the end.
Here's the crazy thing about Herbert is he's been in the NFL for like 5-6 years at this point. Definitely longer than the Christian McCaffrey trade. And I feel like every year...
Is that going to be our new timestamp for how long something is? Yeah, okay.
I feel like every year there's an excuse why the team isn't great. And most years I'm kind of like, yeah, sure. Like even this year. Like I want to be like, hey, you know who sucks shit out of a tailpipe? Justin Herbert. But both of his like all-pro tackles got injured.
Are gone. His running, like Omarion Hampton was expected to be like...
Omarion Hampton, Najee Harris, and Kamani Vidal all went down.
Yeah, Vidal went down too.
Last week, yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, he has
the defense is bad.
Yeah.
Which goes to show that Jesse Minter also sucks shit out of a tailpipe.
Yeah.
And we should never talk about him ever again, no matter what. The Chargers defense, by the way, currently ranked 20th. The Chargers defense has more names on it than the Rams, and they're currently ranked 20th. So where's all this Jesse Minter hype? Huh? People coming to me. People telling me that Jesse Minter needs to be a head coach. I'm not seeing it, Mike. I'm not seeing it.
It was the same thing when Staley was there. They had all these names, and then like for 1 year they were good, and after that they just went into like the toilet.
Is there an argument made that Jim Harbaugh is the problem?
No.
Why? The team's not good.
He won a national title at Michigan.
Okay. Chip Kelly won a national title?
No, he didn't.
He won 2.
He didn't win any.
There was no playoff, so there's no way to know.
He won 1 as a coordinator.
Oh, there was no playoff back then, so there's no way to know if he won a national title or not, Mike.
There is. There was still a national title game.
No. They didn't call it that. They called it the fucking, like, Sugar Bowl.
They just
called it the Dorito Bowl.
You know, the fucking Sugar Rose Bowl, the fucking Dorito Bowl. The fucking, pepperoni pizza rolls bowl, whatever. Bagel bite bowl. I don't know.
Should we throw an honorary Jags Arizona storyline? Just manufacture one out of nowhere.
Okay. What is the storyline? Let's see. Jacoby Brissett never played for the Jags.
Can Arizona's secondary dominate beat up passing attack from the Jaguars?
This is the Christian Kirk game.
Christian Kirk game. Neither team has Christian Kirk, but yeah.
But they did at one point.
They both did at one point, but yeah.
This is the buyer's remorse game.
This is the one opportunity that Gannon will have to plead his case to be the defensive coordinator in Jacksonville next year.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna say when they meet midfield. Him and Cohen shake hands, like, hey, if you're looking for anybody, have a ring.
All right, Mike. Let's go talk about this here. He doesn't have a ring.
Oh, he doesn't. That's right.
No, he doesn't have a ring. He lost that Super Bowl. Neither does the Stink Man, who cometh.
So I'm taking the Chiefs. Thanks for telling me. There you go.
Let's talk defense, Mike. It's a side of the ball that no one ever talks about. The only thing they talk about it more than is special teams, which is not a side of the ball. It's somewhere in between, in the ethereal area where people kick a ball in football, despite the fact that you're not supposed to kick the ball in football. There are two things we need to discuss. We need to discuss Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, because the race is weird. But more than that, we need to talk about Myles Garrett, who is currently on pace to finally break the sack record. The sack record that stood such a long, 12 years or something, however long it's been since
the Strahan sack record.
The Strahan sack record. The fraudulent Strahan sack record, some would say.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Favre just crumpled up into a ball.
Yeah. And usually you have to catch him skimming funds from welfare to get him to do that. So
there's a connection here with him and fraud.
Myles Garrett has 15 sacks through 10 games. He has a 5-sack game and a 4-sack game and a 27% win rate.
He's pretty ridiculous.
31 years old, $40 million. What did the Browns tell him to make him stay? That's what I want to know.
What dirt do they have on him?
Did they find out that he actually only had like 19 and a half sacks 2 years ago? And so he technically didn't have a 20-sack season or something like that?
Right. He had 19 and a half, but the max I see him is at 18.
I don't know. I didn't actually look it up. I was just making a joke.
Okay. And that's 18 per PFF, so it could actually only be like 16.245.
It's 4. Yeah. He has 4 sacks, but PFF counts him differently.
That would be crazy if he only got one more sack the rest of the year and didn't even hit his career high, though.
There is a chance.
Yeah.
That Myles Garrett breaks the sack record in 14 games.
Which is, can you say what the number is again for Strahan? Is it 22?
22 and a half.
22
or
and
as
a half.
PFF would count it, 40.
Yes. Damn, Collinsworth's catching so many strays on the spot.
Here's a guy who, whenever he gets half a sack out, I just count it as 7 sacks. I just put it down the seat. I say 7 sacks right there. Ain't no Hutchinson. I just like this kid.
Half sacks are like sandwiches. How do you eat half a sandwich? You know what I'm saying, Al?
This is an impression-heavy podcast.
It is.
Yeah, mostly me, I guess, doing the.
You started the Collinsworth rant right there. That was all you.
Is this gonna be one of those seasons that we look back on? Well, okay. First off, is this great evidence that one defensive end should never win MVP, and 2, that one player on a football team that's not called a quarterback, is never going to be should never swing a line on a game if they're in or out. It's just Myles Garrett is going to set the sack record. He has a 27% win rate. 27. More than a quarter of the time, he is beating the tackle against him. He is beating double coverages against him. And his team still only has 2 fucking wins.
So here's the thing. If you want to tell me who the most valuable player on the Cleveland Browns team is, I would tell you right now, yes, it is Myles Garrett. And if they were in the playoff hunt, I think we'd be having a real conversation holy shit, can Myles Garrett win the MVP? Can we finally get our defensive player to do it since the first time since 1955 when Jimmy Carter won it? It would be great.
He's the one that invented the peanut punch.
Yes, exactly. That really got me. Thought of a senile Jimmy Carter just running up. Anyway, the problem is that his team's 2-8. So it comes hard to say you are the most valuable player when your team is bad.
But this is a case that a defensive player should never win MVP? Because a defensive player, like the best defensive performance since Michael Strahan, still isn't good enough for a team to even remotely sniff the playoffs.
Right. And it's tough because, like, for example, like Aiden Hutchinson's having a phenomenal year too, and he's also up there on boards to be a potential defensive player of the year winner, and his team's good, but still no one's talking about him for MVP.
No.
Because it all goes to other players on the offense. What this shows us is
because
that people don't know ball, and they don't know how important the defense is, and so they all just crank it to like, oh, wide receivers, oh, quarterback. I shouldn't even say wide receivers. It's all just, oh, quarterback, and it's
disgusting. Like my thing with this is, like, any of these singular players that aren't quarterbacks, no matter how excellent their seasons are, it has no impact on winning at the level a quarterback does. And it's unfortunately the most valuable player, not the bestest player.
Well, I'd be honest with you. If you were going to tell me who's the most valuable player, I'd say it's probably your tackles.
Right, but that's not a singular
Catch
player.
Me outside, that's how I think. Like, ask Justin Herbert. He'd have a great year right now. We'd be talking about him in MVP race if Joe Alt didn't get hurt, if his tackles didn't get hurt. But you know what? If they did get hurt and he was having a phenomenal year, would we say, like, oh, look at the great tackle play? No, we'd be like, oh, Justin Herbert, he throws the ball to the bar.
But you can't give the MVP to an entire offensive line, which, once again, wouldn't be the most valuable player. It'd be the most valuable unit.
No, but
it's still less valuable than quarterback.
Tackle far and away is the most valuable part of the offensive line.
No, it's like a little bit more important than guard.
So your point is that centers just suck shit.
Yeah, through a tailpipe.
All you have to do is snap the goddamn ball. That's all you got to do, buddy.
Yeah, which every time, like, there's so few things in football that I'm truly like, you had one fucking job. What are you doing? But anytime the center snaps the ball over the quarterback's head, I'm like, all right, bud, what do you think you do here? Why are you even showing up? Take the pads off, go home, sit on the toilet, and cry.
You snap the ball. That's it. You just snap the ball. You snap the ball, and you snap the ball, and you do this.
Yeah, you snap the ball, and then you put your hands on the guard's shoulders so that if anyone tries to run through you, you just slingshot him back. That's it. Exactly. That's all you do here.
And you do the little happy feet, you know?
Yeah.
I'd be a great guard. Did you see that?
That was a center
right there.
You'd be a terrible guard. You'd be a great center.
Yeah, I'd be a terrible guard. Great center, though. Thank you.
Mike, let's talk defensive player of the year.
Yeah. DPOY.
Currently, Myles Garrett, runaway favorite, minus 320. Can I make the case the defensive player of the year should be Micah Parsons?
So I will say real quick, like, Garrett, it makes sense that he's run away. It also, part of it feels lame because he's already won one. So you go to names of, like, who hasn't got one yet? And that's the funny thing about Parsons. If someone says Micah Parsons, you're like, yeah, former defensive player of the year winner, Micah Parsons. Nope. Never won one.
I kind of had that with Garrett even, where I was like, yeah, how many when he wins this year, how many will that be? And the answer is 2. Yeah. Is there a chance that Micah Parsons just get crowded out of ever winning a defensive player of the year?
Maybe. I mean, can I be honest with you? I don't think Parsons has had the impact on. I mean, he's having a great year. He's having a good year, but I don't think he's had the impact on Green Bay's defense that people thought he was going to have.
I want to just real quick. I just want to make the case that Parsons is the defensive player of the year.
Okay. Wrong. No.
So he's the highest graded pass rusher per PFF.
Okay, that's cute.
You're the guy always fucking spouting PFF lines. He's also played 50 more snaps than Myles Garrett, which is nearly an entire extra game.
True.
He has a comparable pressure rate. Mm-hmm. He has a comparable win rate. And he has less sacks, which there's a myriad of things. I mean, that's why, like, sacks are an imperfect stat.
Right.
But, like, all of his other numbers are comparable to Myles Garrett. And he's playing more snaps.
I don't know. Myles Garrett has 29 stops to Micah Parsons' 19. So I'm going to make an argument here and just say that also Myles Garrett has 16 tackles to Micah Parsons' 13. So I'll make an argument here and say that Micah Parsons is a one-trick pony. All right?
I don't know, man.
No, they are tied in forced fumbles, though. I'll give them that.
At 0?
1.
Ah. Like, just on a down-to-down basis, Myles Garrett's an absolute wrecking machine as the defensive line. But Micah Parsons has, like, this freak athletic skill set where he can actually, like, cover a running back. He can play a screen. He can get into passing lanes. Like, I feel like Micah Parsons has more tools in his toolbox, despite the fact that Myles Garrett's a generational pass rusher.
I don't want to get stat heavy, but I wouldn't say like he can cover running, but he has 2 coverage snaps all season.
Well, they're
The
not
dude
counting
does one
screens when
The
he gets
dude
in
does
passing
one
lanes for
thing.
screens.
Put your hand on the ground and fucking rush the passer. That's what he does. Like, it's not. I mean, same thing with Garrett. To be fair, it's either get to the passer, or hopefully you get in the backfield and cut the running back off before he gets outside or whatever. Like, so I'm not. I mean, that's not a knock on them. They're phenomenal defensive players. They make an immediate impact on the games they play. And also the Defensive Player of the Year award is always extremely, like, Pat Surtain's an outlier in my opinion. Yeah, it's always extremely like more leans towards your defensive ends. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's harder to it's all stat based, right? Like, and unfortunately, like, you can't make all the voters sit down and watch the all 22 for every game. But the difference between Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett really is just the number of sacks.
Yeah,
that's it. And Myles Garrett might end up breaking the sack record, and he's almost guaranteed to win Defensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. But, like, is it really a minus 320 to plus 470 difference? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I agree it's not, because you know what? Once again, I know we try not to go too stat heavy anymore because it can be annoying. But, like, Parsons does have more overall pressures than Garrett. He's just not getting home as often. That's it. And if you've listened to me rant on this podcast before, I think sacks are great. The more important thing is, can you just get in the kitchen of the quarterback and make him uncomfortable? That's what I want.
Yeah, especially when you're playing stat padding Lamar Jackson.
That's true.
Mike, rounding out the other top 5 in terms of Defensive Player of the Year odds, Nick Bonito, who has slaughtered my dreams of having back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years from the same team on different teams.
He's the same thing. He's a sack artist. Let's be honest here.
9.5 sacks through 11 games. Only 1.5 sacks in the last 5 games, though.
He's fallen off. He's fallen
off. He's fallen off. Yeah.
Washed Bonito? Hashtag.
Also, Nick Bonito's only 26. I swear to God, that guy's been in the league for like 10 years.
He has the name of a guy who you're like 34-year-old Nick Bonito.
He has the name of a guy that retired in the 70s.
Exactly. I could see
he was the first guy to figure out that you're legally allowed to stand in a 2-point stance.
I could see someone at a bar talking like, yeah, Micah Parsons is great. And then an old guy at the end of the bar being like, you think he's great?
He just
let me tell you about Nick Bonito.
Back in my day, we had real pass rushers like Nick Bonito.
The kind of guy who calls the waitress like, yeah, hun, like shit like that. You're like, ugh, that's not okay anymore, bud. Stop it.
He tries to write a check when he picks up his pizza.
And it bounces.
The other two, Will Anderson Jr. and Aiden Hutchinson, round out our top 5. Although Aiden Hutchinson, I think, is tied with someone. But yeah.
Yeah. Will.
Let me ask you this. Who wins Defensive Player of the Year first? Aiden Hutchinson, Will Anderson Jr., Micah Parsons.
Parsons. Was that the correct answer? Parsons and Hutchinson, I feel like, have more name value.
Which is wild.
Among the
Will Anderson Jr.'s part of the, like, if we were right now just drafting pass rushers, I think I'd take him third.
I'd say right now, if you were going to tell me remove X player from a team and the defense falls apart, I'd say Will Anderson Jr. is more than the other two. Call me crazy. But like all right, fine. Remove X player from a front 7 and they fall apart. I'd say Will Anderson Jr. I know it sounds crazy.
I with you on that because they have Danielle Hunter on the other side of the line.
Yeah, why do you think Danielle Hunter is getting free so often? Because teams are like, oh shit, it's Will Anderson. And he's still cooking. He's still eating despite that.
That's why Jonathan Grenard's career fell apart when he went to Minnesota. Oh, wait. He has almost identical stats.
Yeah, he's also playing a phenomenal season. That's right. And he is up there. I mean, he's not like super high up there, but he does. Put it this way. He shows up on boards, you know? He doesn't hit the odds so high that it doesn't show up anymore. But Will Anderson's doing everything so good right now. He's such a good player. And maybe I'm partial, you know? Because like I'm always partial to like this guy's never won it before, so I think that's fun. Also, Roll Tide. There's that too.
Bad week for Roll Tide.
Yeah, not a good week for Roll Tide. But Will Anderson's playing great. I mean, yeah, you give it Parsons and Garrett, and I wouldn't argue. Same thing with Hutchinson. Did I have one more name listed as like a favorite? Oh yeah, I know you covered them all. Nick Bonito was there one, so yeah. I think those are like the big five. If you go to one of those five. Now I do have a few that I'm like deserve more talk.
Who deserves more talk, Mike?
One, Jared Verse.
You're such a
and number two on the other side of the line is Byron Young's having a fucking phenomenal year. I know everybody turns on a Rams game and they're like, oh, McVay, Stafford, Puka.
Chris Shula.
Well, stop. Right. Like, stop changing the channel when they go on defense. Watch their defense. Like, I was ballsy enough in fantasy last week. They were playing the Seahawks, and I was still like, yeah, I'm just sticking with the Rams in my defense. They did fine. They did good. They embarrassed them. They picked fucking Darnold off 4 times. Oh, that isn't actually not extremely impressive, but still.
You were Darnold pilled a week ago.
And I'm not anymore. You want to know why? Because Byron Young, Jared Verse, Cam Kitchens, Emmanuel Forbes.
Emmanuel Forbes did have a pick in that game.
He did. They snapped me out of it. This is just a great defense. I'm a fan. The other one is he will never win it, no matter how good he plays. He will never win a Defensive Player of the Year because he's a linebacker. But the Detroit Lions deserve so much credit because as a rookie, he was terrible, and I thought this was one of the biggest draft busts of all time. Jack Campbell's been unreal this year.
Yeah.
One of the best linebackers, leads the league in stops. Like, he's playing so good, but he'll never win it because, like, if you're a safety or a linebacker, you don't get your hopes up.
You don't even matter.
You don't even matter. You have no chance.
All right, Mike. Let's go a little bit younger. You know what the nice thing about rookies is, Mike? No matter how old we get, they stay the same age.
All right. Murphy's Law.
It is a fucking weird year for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
There's so many people who I think could take it.
Yeah, so let's talk about it here. So the current odds-on favorite is Carson Schweisinger, a linebacker, to win.
Let's go.
To win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Mike, do you know the last time a linebacker won Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Oh my God, it was in 1945 when Dick Van Dyke won it.
Nick Bonito in 1961.
Okay, 1961. When was it really?
No, look it up.
Oh, you didn't look it up? You should be an actor. I really thought you knew the name.
What I am great at, Mike, is lying. I'm a good liar.
Someone say
the last linebacker to win it was Jared Verse.
He's not a linebacker. That is so stupid.
They have Jared Verse and Micah Parsons both listed as linebacker on Wikipedia. The last true linebacker to win it was Shaquille Leonard in 2018.
Okay, I think we should make a rule where sports websites, have to adapt the position of edge by the end of 2025, or else they have to leave the internet because it's the dumbest thing.
How did Chase Young win Defensive Rookie of the Year? Someone tell me that. Someone explain to me how Chase Young won that.
He did have a good rookie year.
Did he? Did he, Mike?
You're jaded. You're jaded. All right.
What do you think? What do you think his stats were his rookie year?
Adam, I'm sorry you didn't get Joe Burrow. Don't take it out on me, okay? I can't change the past.
He had 7.5 sacks.
Also, would you want Joe Burrow being coached by Jay Gruden? I don't think so.
No, we've seen that. It's Zach Taylor coaching Joe Burrow. They're the same fucking person.
God damn it, that is so spot on.
Following up, Carson Schweisinger, Jalen Walker at plus 800. Mike, your Jalen Walker thoughts?
Let me jump in here real quick. I didn't look at the odds. I just went in there and did my own opinion. And Schweisinger wrote down, but I thought there's no way he's up there. He's a linebacker. He's garbage. They don't care about linebackers.
He's fucking garbage.
But he should be up there. He's playing phenomenal. Jalen Walker is another one. I agree.
He is another one. Yes.
Another one.
Oh, you know what my favorite thing about DJ Khaled is?
That he's the best?
It's that he's the only man brave enough not to go down. You know?
Sure.
The rest of us, we're all just frauds out here. We're all frauds. That man right there, that DJ Khaled, he's the only one who's willing to say, no, you will not get yours. Only I will get mine.
Yes. Of course.
What were we talking about? Jalen
I
Walker.
believe
You got any Jalen Walker
Jalen
thoughts?
Walker. I mean, he's playing really good. I mean, he hasn't played as many snaps as some of the other people on the list.
Yeah,
in
but
Atlanta.
here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, Mike. Here's the problem that you're not thinking about.
He has 4
played
sacks.
all the games,
That's
but
true.
he just doesn't play that many snaps. Or I guess he
Right.
missed a few weeks, but he doesn't play as many snaps per game.
Right.
So people, it's like fucking basketball. Like if someone played 82 games, but they only averaged 11 minutes a game, we'd still be like, they played all 82 games, but they probably played less total minutes than Kawhi Leonard.
So he's a great player. I think he's having a great career. He's objectively the wrong choice. If he wins, then I will be very upset. There's other names on this list who deserve it. You haven't said his name yet, and it's upsetting.
Such as number 3 in the odds, Donovan Izariku.
Oh, Mike, is he really 3 on the odds?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless America for having a brain for once in the world. Izariku, Boston College legend, is playing great. I was worried that people didn't know who he was because he plays on a dog shit defense.
So here's the question for you, Mike.
What?
Are actually all the GMs in Dallas genius because they traded away their great player to get a replacement afterwards? Nico Harrison has been fired, so is Jerry Jones next?
I mean, Jerry Jones, he did get Quentin Williams, so he might be a genius. He did
That,
get Quentin Williams.
That defensive front
after
looked
he was
really good on
an
Monday.
all-pro.
Can we talk about that for a second? Can we just take an aside here?
They were
The
playing
Quentin Williams,
the Raiders, dude.
Like Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark looked really good on Monday.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Stay here. I'm going to drive 30 minutes in any direction to a high school. I'm going to find an offensive line at least equal to the caliber of the Raiders.
Number 4 in the odds, Mike. Yeah, one of your preseason favorites, Nick Emenwari.
Dude.
Nick Emenwari.
Bruce Feldman Freaks List shout out.
Number 1. Why do you remember that? You're not a Freaks List guy. That was my thing. I was the Freaks List guy.
No, I listened to the he's on a podcast for college football. Bruce Feldman. I listen to it all the time. And he always, whenever a player comes up, he's like, on my Freaks List.
What's great about Bruce Feldman is he also makes the Beast, I think. Maybe he doesn't, but they make the Beast at The Athletic, which is like every single college football player ranked. And it'd be so funny if the guy who makes the Beast, Dane Brugler, that's who makes the Beast, if he was on a podcast and every time someone mentioned a player in the draft, he said, he's on my list. Is Nick Emenwari the only guy I've named so far who's even on like a remotely okay defense?
I think Atlanta does have a good defense. They've had their bad weeks. I saw you grab your mouse to pull something up, so I just jumped in to say they have had their bad weeks.
By raw EPA allowed, they are currently ranked 23rd.
Okay.
Wait, that was
better
offense.
than
Hold on. Their offense is ranked 23rd. My apologies.
Okay.
My apologies, Mike. Their defense is ranked 17th.
Almost in the middle of the league.
Oh,
I think I get to 16.
I had that sorted wrong. They're ranked 20th.
All right. Yeah, they suck. You're because you said Jalen Walker, Donovan Izariku,
and Carson Schweissinger.
Yeah. Well, no, Schweissinger on a good defense.
Yeah,
the Browns have a good defense.
Bad.
Yeah,
it's just bad team. Bad team.
Yeah, bad team, good defense.
That's my
Emenwari though, yeah. Dude, Emenwari was considered
such a
and
you didn't hear it because you're talking over it.
What'd you say?
A good joke because you're talking over it.
I heard you say my favorite Kendrick album.
Yeah, you said bad team, good defense, and I said that's my favorite Kendrick album.
Oh, gotcha. That is actually a good one. That I thought of it.
How does it make you feel that Izaraku, who you just espoused for his ability to be a game wrecker, only has one more sack than Nick Emenwari?
I mean, Nick Emenwari does not get sent as often. But I tell you what, the dude is a freak. So if you're going to pull the corner blitz, he's a good goddamn choice to get down there in time.
Am I wrong? Was he not drafted as a safety?
I think he was going into the league. All boards had him listed as a safety, but he's been playing corner for.
Yeah, he's been playing corner, but he was a safety when he got drafted, right?
Dude, Mike McDonald
might be the best defensive coach in the league.
He might be, because Emenwari that was his thing going in. They're like, this dude's amazing, so athletic. He's very raw though. And then they grabbed him in the second round, right?
Yeah, second round. I think he was like the first pick of the second round or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And now he's a rookie defensive player of the year candidate, and it totally fits. He's been playing great.
And also, just one of those like white guys love things. I just love a player who plays slot corner.
Oh,
I just love it. I just love a slot corner.
I thought I was gonna have to break your heart and tell you that Nick Emenwari's not white, but I got you.
I just love me a slot corner. That's all, Mike.
He's kind
of like discount. And I don't mean this is gonna sound derogatory about me this way. He's like discount Kyle Hamilton, where he just plays all over the place. Like I was watching the who did the Seattle? Oh, it was the Washington game. I was watching the Seattle Washington game, and Nick Emenwari was in the fucking tackle box. Like he was lining up like a linebacker in that game. There's not a lot of cornerbacks you see do that. Even cornerback like safeties that you see do that. Usually that's like your strong safety, and he fucking lines up everywhere, man.
That probably speaks to what like McDonald, like they draft him, what he saw he could do with him. It's like I had this guy who I trust can play as an actual corner, but then like look at all this shit. I mean, that's what I love about safeties, even though most people are like, safety, you don't even matter. No one likes you. But like a really good safety,
sit in the toilet and cry.
Like a really good safety, like Kyle Hamilton, is like all over the field. You're like, God, this dude's so important.
Yeah.
So he's great.
It's why Sua Cravens got done so dirty, Mike. That guy could have been a Hall of Famer, but instead he only played for 2 teams and then left forever. You ever have a guy that your team drafts, you're like, this guy's gonna rule, and then he doesn't, and then you're like, I'm just stuck on that guy forever now. Yeah, for me that's Sua Cravens. Never gonna stop talking about him. Behind Nick Emenwari, Mike.
Okay.
Perhaps another player from a good defense. Jahad Campbell.
Finally. I was like, are you going to say
12-1?
He's 12-1? That's not his fault. That's not his fault. He plays on a really good defense. People aren't noticing how goddamn good he's been playing. All right.
You big Jahad Campbell guy?
You roll Tat.
How do these guys always fall back to Philadelphia?
That's what I'm saying. What are we doing, NFL? Like every Eagles game you watch it, and you're sitting there watching Baby Rhino just like wreck shop
and spit left and right.
The spit man himself just destroying things, and you're like, remember when he was supposed to go like super early, but everybody was, what do you do?
He had the car racing thing, right? Was that him?
Yeah, they were like, oh, he likes to go fast. So he went to Georgia. What do you expect? So come on, he dropped down to the Eagles. Now here we got Jahad Campbell. Going into that season, Jahad Campbell was super high on draft boards. He drops down to later in the first round. The Eagles scoop him up. In my opinion, should be considered like in the top 3 for defensive rookie of the year. How good he's been playing. The problem is, like I said, he plays on a very good defense. So I don't think he stands out.
Yeah, plays on a very good defense. And also, he just doesn't have like the raw number production. Like he doesn't have a sack on the season. He doesn't have an interception on the season.
Right.
He doesn't have a forced fumble on the season.
But he does a lot as a linebacker. Like
he does have an
run defense, tackling. Yeah, he does a lot. He's not your like jabroni linebacker who's actually an outside linebacker, and the only thing he can do is run real fast at the quarterback. This dude's a fucking football player. I'm getting fired up here. You see me? I'm moving my hands a lot. It's crazy how far down the boards Abdul Carter has fallen, because if you would have, looked at the boards probably 6 weeks in, he would have been minus $4 billion.
I'm pretty sure he still is, isn't he? Isn't he minus $4 billion? Am I wrong there?
Minus $4 billion to wish another team drafted him.
You blaming the Giants for that one?
No. I I guess you could just say that Brian Burns is eating all of his sacks.
It's appropriate time that we talked about him, because at plus 1900, Abdul Carter.
Did you just compare Abdul Carter in his rookie year to Jadeveon Clowney? Come on, man. Give him a little more time.
I mean, if the shoe fits, 35 pressures to 1 sack.
Abdul Carter was great in college. Abdul Carter was great in college. Go watch Jadeveon Clowney highlights from college. Better than Abdul Carter. Hands down. That dude was a fucking freak in college. But still. No, yeah, he's definitely slowed down. Like his raw like.
When did he speed up? When did he start?
No, he started the year really hot. Like even now, he leads all rookies in total amount of pressures and hurries.
Okay, but the thing with Jadeveon
He's not
Clowney
getting
and the
home,
reason
he's
he's
not
considered to be
making
a bust
contact.
is because he didn't get home. He didn't get sacks.
Yeah,
He was the
I
Shamar Stewart of 2016.
I'm not arguing that point with you. I'm just saying, like, like 6 games into the year, when other players don't have as many sacks, you're looking at Abdul Carter. You're like, oh my God, look how many times he's getting by the line. He's making pressure. And you're like, that dude's the defensive rookie of the year. He still hasn't gotten home, while guys like, Jalen Walker, and you didn't mention his name, but Nick Scorton have more sacks than him.
Nick Scorton, I don't have him written down. He wasn't in the top 5. He might be just outside of that.
He's probably outside of that. He also plays on the Panthers, and people don't know this, but literally no one watches the Carolina Panthers play football.
It's true. Not a lot of people do know that.
That's true.
But Mike. Mm-hmm. Can Abdul Carter beat the accusations that are floating around that he is Jadeveon Clowney?
Yes, because you're the only person who said that.
35 pressures to half a sack.
Give him time.
The problem is that he doesn't have enough time.
Oh my
People
God.
aren't. He's not getting any sacks. He has all the time in the world. He's not getting home.
He's not fucking getting there. All right. I mean, I guess if you want to be so negative about everything, Jesus.
Who are you picking as your rookie of the year, Mike? Your defensive rookie of the year, I should say.
Will Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. Low key though, Will Johnson is having a good year.
Yeah, just hasn't played enough games. He's only played 6 games so far. Those 6 games have been very good, but only 6 games so far.
Yeah, he's played very good, especially in zone coverage, because he's such an instinctual head above the shoulders football player. He excels there. So
doesn't everyone have a head above their shoulders?
Well, they do technically, but I'm talking about the brain. Some people don't have it up there. It's in their ass.
It's in their dick.
Yeah. Also, best safety so far this season, since Nick Amenwari's playing corner because Mike McDonald's an evil genius. Xavier Watts crushing it. Go Irish, baby. DBU. My pick personally. That's a tough one.
Fucking hurry it up. We got to get to the next segment.
I'm a Schweizer grad, dude. Give me a linebacker. Give me a true linebacker winning defensive rookie of the year.
I'll take Izariku.
Do I love me some time in Izariku, though? I wouldn't be mad about it. I wouldn't be mad about it.
I'll take the guy that'll end up with the production. Him or Jihad Campbell, one of those 2 guys.
The problem is no one notices Jihad because he plays on a good defense.
And if his name was the opposite, if his name was Campbell Jihad, and you could see Jihad on the back of a guy's jersey, that guy would have every vote.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'd probably get him less votes. People would be like, Jihad?
That's just Jerry Jones.
Is that the ISIS guy?
all the fucking liberal coastal elite pinko sports writers they're being like, actually, a jihad's a good thing. America needs a few more jihads. That's the problem with this country. Not enough jihads.
America capitalism bad.
That is such a curveball segment at the end there, where now anyone who's listening to this as their first podcast has no idea what our political affinity is. That was a total chaos at the end.
I gotcha. Keep guessing.
All right, Mike. Let's run through some survivor pool picks here. You're still alive. You got your survivor pool paper there. Looks like a doctor prescribed your survivor's pool to you.
Yep, I can't read it. It's all scribbling.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. I'm going to bring up all road favorites. I'm going to pick here. Let me burn through these, and you can tell me what I missed.
I was going to say you go through yours because I'm selfish and I only wrote down the teams I could take.
There you go. First in primary, Patriots at Bengals. The legendary Week 1 loss last season that eliminated all the smartest people from the survivor pool. Patriots, you probably haven't picked them yet. If you have, good on you. The only times you could pick them in the future, December 1st versus the Giants, December 28th at the Jets, and January 4th, last week of the season, at the Dolphins. I would even say that one's questionable because A, it's the last week of the season.
They could be sitting starters.
They could be sitting starters. Ravens and Jets. You and I talked about this last week, how there is a clear path to go through picking certain teams. You worried about the Tyrod Taylor bump there, Mike?
I don't know that Brown. I mean, the Browns led for way too long in that game.
It's divisional.
I don't care. That was like I think Jim Harbaugh should probably hang it up. That was embarrassing.
I think Jim Harbaugh should too. Good thing John Harbaugh coaches the Ravens. The other times you take the Ravens. The other times you can take the Ravens. On Thanksgiving, they play versus the Bengals, and on December 14th, they play at the Bengals. But Joe Burrow reportedly could be back by Thanksgiving. So
could he?
Joe Burrow played against them. Maybe you should take them. Maybe you should take them now.
Well, that's good for me because I haven't taken the Bengals yet this year.
There you go. Seahawks at Titans.
Yeah.
Seahawks look very good outside of last week, and as we've been saying for years now, Chris Shula just has Sam Darnold's number. The other time you can take the Seahawks would be December 28th, and that's a while out at the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm worried about the Seahawks though.
That's recency bias. The Seahawks are going to crush
the
Titans, and it's going to look like nothing.
The Titans, I'm not worried about. They can beat them, but I am a little worried about did they break Darnold?
So this would be the week to take them. Last chance you got, yeah.
But that would make sense. Cam Ward all of a sudden comes to life.
Lions at Giants. There's no other good week to take the Lions. I said this when they played Washington. I said there was one other time you could take them. That's this week.
Right,
after this, there's no other good time to take the Lions. If you have not taken the Lions, take the Lions.
Yeah, this is it.
And finally, 49ers at Panthers in the Christian McCaffrey revenge game. The other times you can take the 49ers next week. Next Sunday, they're at the Browns, and then December 14th, they are versus the Titans off a bye week.
Yeah.
Those are all my teams.
So
Did I miss anyone?
No, you covered all mine that I can still take. My options this week that make a lick of sense are Ravens, Pats, Seahawks, Niners. So you covered all those. Because obviously you don't want it if you're dumb and you don't know that the Packers are bitch made, you might take them against the Vikings. That's also divisional, so I ain't touching that. Steelers, Bears. You couldn't pay me any amount of money. You couldn't pay me more than I could potentially win in the survivor pool to get me to take one of those teams. Because they're both potentially actually not that good. We don't know. So you basically covered everything. Ones you shouldn't stay away from.
Should we point out, since the Bears game came up for the first time this podcast somehow, should we point out that Tyler Karkara of podcast fame, that we may have upset him with our title on last week's podcast that said the Bears are out of the playoffs?
Can I just say, if he ends up to listen, that I am pulling for the Bears to actually be legit. There's guys in that team I like, so I'm pulling for it, but it's a lot of one-score games. A lot of one-score games against bad teams. So I have to temper my expectations. That's all. You
know what's the best possible outcome for this podcast? A Colts-Bears Super Bowl.
Why Colts-Bears?
Because it's the stink and piss pants Ben Johnson.
Oh, the stink versus piss pants. The Stinky Pants Bowl. That would be great for us.
Yeah,
we're making T-shirts as that happens.
We got to find a way to make money off this.
Gotta make money off this. So let me throw this at back to my pick because this is all about me. I was looking at teams that there's 4 guys left. None of them got eliminated. Well, me included. So there are 3 people. These fuckers won't just quit and go away. It's really frustrating. It's been the same 4 guys for 3 weeks. And so 2 of them can't take Seattle. So that's a good no. All 3 of them can't take Indianapolis, but I'm obviously not taking Indianapolis. All 3 of them can't take the Pats. They've already taken.
Oh, I thought you said. I was thinking Packers. Yeah.
No, Pats.
Yeah.
It's the Patriots.
The Patriots.
And the other one is 2 of them have already taken Baltimore. So that makes me lean that way, just because take a team they can't take, and in the instance that upsets happen, I don't have the same team as them, and I could win this shit. But you said Seahawks. When was the next best time to take them?
December 28th.
Oh, that's over a month away, Adam.
Yeah. And if Joe Burrow is back for the Bengals by Thanksgiving, which would be dumb on Joe Burrow's part, but no one has ever said the word dumb to Joe Burrow without him going, huh? Then there's no other time to take the Ravens.
Yeah.
So the 3 teams that there is no other time to take are the Lions, Seahawks, and Ravens. If you haven't taken one of those 3 teams, those are the 3 front runners. If I'm power ranking them here, I would go Lions, Seahawks, and Ravens, because Lions, there's definitively no other week. Seahawks, there's a chance that if somehow your league is still alive in week 16, you'll have them in your back pocket. And Ravens, if Joe Burrow doesn't come back, they have 2 games against the Bengals. But Lions, there's no other good time to take the Lions if you haven't.
Right.
Them.
I can't take them.
Well, this is for the people, Mike.
Fuck the people. It's about me winning some money. That's what this is about. I'm going to cross Niners off right off the bat. Wouldn't be a bad pick, but I can't go against my boy Bryce Young.
Also, they have the Browns next week, and then the Titans off a bye in 3 weeks.
Oh, no. Myles Garrett versus Brock Purdy.
Myles Garrett versus Trent Williams.
Isn't Trent Williams 45 at this point and has cancer?
Yeah.
That was insensitive, but he beat it, so it's not.
So both 49ers and Patriots are good picks if you have already used Lions, Seahawks, and Ravens. It's just that there are other times you can use those teams.
Right now,
including like a week or two from now.
Right now, I'm staring at Pats or Seahawks.
I'd go Seahawks. I'd go Seahawks. They're playing the fucking Titans. We got to put in official picks here, Mike. My number one team, Lions. If you've already taken the Lions, go Ravens. And if you've already taken the Ravens, go Seahawks. This is my top 3.
Really struggling here. I'm struggling because I've stuck to the picks I've said on the podcast every time. So what I say here is what I have to do.
You almost balked, but you didn't.
I didn't. You reminded me. You reminded me that I've always stuck to it, unlike you.
Yeah, my bad karma. The 1 week that I didn't stick to the podcast pick is when I got eliminated. We'd both be alive right now if I had just stuck to the podcast picks.
But now you're sitting there eliminated with your dick in your hand.
Yeah.
All right. When else can I take the Pats? Remind me of that.
December 1st versus the Giants, December 28th at Jets, and January 4th at Dolphins. So the big one there would be December 1st.
Right. Compared to the Seahawks, who you said the really other best time to take them would be the 28th.
28th of
after Jesus' birthday.
Yeah, after Jesus' birthday.
Because I love Mike McDonald and what his defense has done, I'm going to ignore Sam Darnold crashing and burning last week.
They almost won that game.
I know, that's the crazy part because that defense is so good. Let's go ahead and put it in. We're taking Seahawks.
All right. There you go. After a 12-minute segment, it's going to get cut down to 4 minutes after I cut out all the silences of Mike thinking.
You could just do like a speeded up thing where I'm talking like a chipmunk.
One time I was running out of time and I had to edit the podcast on 2x speed.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, we're way funnier at double speed. We are so much funnier at double speed. Oh my god! Like our timing at double speed, it's like it's fucking scripted.
Right. So what you just told me is we have terrible fucking timing.
Yeah, our timing's off by half. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Is there anything else we need to cover this week, Mike? Is there any other news that popped up? Any other stories? Anything that you really need to get off your chest?
Nothing I can think of.
Lamar Jackson on the injury report again, this time for an ankle.
Yeah. Oh, Shedeur is starting. That's been locked in.
Shedeur is starting, so I guess pick against the Browns. Shedeur is terrible. He was so bad last week, and he got robbed.
He go prime time. He got robbed. Oh, that's right. You told me about that. What a rough day for
and Burrow is close to returning to practice for the first time since his injury, which we kind of just covered.
They're not out of it yet. They basically are, but
they're out of it.
Mathematically speaking.
Yeah, what has math ever done for anyone?
Why would you come back if you're Burrow?
Because NFL players are dumb sometimes.
I know. I mean, I get the whole, like, my brothers are out there. I'm playing. I'm an athlete. I'm competitive. But also, like, behind that offensive line, you're just asking you to hurt again. But Burrow.
Yeah, some of it's also he's trying to beat the rap of being injury prone, I think.
Oh.
Because so far in his career, he's played 2 games, 17-10, 16-16-10. So 3 seasons in which he'll have missed at least 7 games.
You can't really beat the rap if you come back and then you take a bad sack behind your papier-mâché offensive line and get hurt again.
Basically, every season that he plays a full slate, he wins an award, and every season he doesn't, he's like, his career's shortened by a year.
One of those awards was Comeback Player of the Year after he got hurt.
No, Mike. 2 of them were Comeback Player of the Year after he got hurt.
So that's why he should sit out the rest of the year, because next year, probably like the first time ever, we'd have a 3-peat. Do you think
Joe Flacco and Joe Burrow are signing each other's Comeback Player of the Year awards?
I can't imagine what they would talk about. That'd be interesting. That could be a fly on the wall on that one.
Yeah. You think it's just like what? Like, if they're in the quarterback room, right, waiting for a meeting to start, it's Joe Burrow like, so you see their Fortnite's The Simpsons now, and Joe Flacco's like, I gotta get home to my kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine Flacco would open it up and be like, I just bought a great minivan. And Burrow would just be like, I hate this fucking city.
Yeah, like I feel like Joe Burrow walks into the quarterback room and Joe Flacco's using talk to text Phillip Rivers.
And Rivers is like, I can't talk. My 27 kids are running around friggin' flagging flaring.
All right, Mike. We're going to close out this episode by playing the internet's favorite game show, Prospect Wordle. That's right, folks. We are back with another edition of Prospect Wordle, as it is a Wednesday, which I learned on Monday Mike thinks of as a Wednesday show. Mike has 6 opportunities to guess a prospect that I have come up with ahead of time. What?
Time is a construct, all right?
Mike has 6 opportunities to guess a player that I decided ahead of time from the 2026 draft class. Before each guess, Mike gets a hint. Those hints in order are height and weight, projected draft day, class or times transferred, position, conference, and finally, team. Mike has received many hints throughout the course of this podcast because I like to subliminally fuck with his mind.
I miss all of them.
With that, Mike.
I need to take notes.
With that, Mike.
What did
Are you
say?
ready to play around a Prospect Wordle?
Yeah, I got nothing. Go ahead.
Mike, your first hint. This player's height and weight. He is 6'6", 275.
Oh,
Hey, can I
6'6",
pat myself on the back for something real quick?
Yeah.
Every time we start this, there's a second where I almost fuck up and tell you the name of the player, and I've never done it.
That'd be great if you did.
You get it.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Somehow
6'6", 275.
you could do that, and somehow I would still say a different player's name.
Yeah, you'd think I was fucking with you.
You'd be like Ruben Bain. I'd be like Ty Simpson. Nailed it in one guess. All right, 6'6", 275. That sounds like a pure defensive end, like an OLB edge rusher. Fucking boy. So, deny Dennis Sutton.
No. 6'6", 275. Day 2 draft pick, Mike. Day 2 draft pick. Currently slotted in to be picked on day 2 of the NFL draft.
Day 2 of the NFL draft?
Yeah, that's why I said it 6 times.
I already said deny Dennis Sutton. I don't know what
You want
to
to say it again? See if it's right this time?
No, I'm not going to. Let's
Dead
go ahead
air.
and roll. Let's go ahead and roll Tide.
Mhm.
I think he's bigger than 275. He might not be, though. LT Overton?
No. 6'6", 275. Day 2 pick. Mike, would you like to know this player's class or times transferred?
See, the thing here is sometimes times transferred is tricky because sometimes they didn't transfer. Compared to class, they always have a class.
They do always have a class.
100% I'm going to get help with this one, so let's go with times transferred.
0 times.
Fuck!
6'6", 275. Day 2 pick. Never transferred. Which honestly is kind of a helpful hint these days. I thought that your camera froze for a second.
No, I froze. Because I'm still stuck on this edge rusher thing, and I know when you get to position, it's going to be something totally different.
He's going to be a kicker.
It's going to be like a tight end or something. See, I want to say, but he has to have transferred because he plays for Texas Tech. And there are like so many transfers on that team.
Oh my god.
What?
Darnell Washington is 6'7", 265? That guy's fucking huge.
Darnell Washington. No, I was kidding. This is wrong. Romello height?
No. 6'6", 275. Day 2. 0 transfers. Mike, this player is an edge defender.
Okay, so I was right. I was right. He's an edge. He's edging. He's an edger.
He's an edgelord.
He's an edgelord. 6'6", 275. Edgelord. The day 2 part's throwing me off. Let's go with, I don't know. Have we already done him before? Mateo Ugalole?
We have done him before, and it is not him.
God damn it.
6'6", 275, day 2 pick, 0 transfers, edge defender. Mike, this player plays in the Southeastern Conference.
The SEC?
The SEC. And it is not LT Overton.
It's I've already said that one, so.
Yeah.
Now you just look dumb for thinking.
It's also not Darnell Washington, if that helps.
Darnell Washington.
Who did also play in the SEC, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, players you said. Or not players you said, but, like, things you've said during the podcast. The only thing I can think of is Chip Kelly. He said Chip Kelly. And,
I like how we just recorded an hour and 30-minute podcast. We've been to the Discord call for an hour and 40 minutes, and the only thing you can remember that I said was Chip Kelly.
I dump it all immediately. I got no time for it. Quincy Rhodes.
Quincy Rhodes is correct, Mike. You have hit Prospect Wordle in 5 hints. I will tell you, I could have been a stickler and said that you didn't say his full name, which is Quincy Rhodes Jr.
Oh, okay. You could have been a dick, yeah. That's what some would say.
Mike. You have hit Prospect Wordle. Why don't you hit your plugs and we'll get out of here? You had something you want to remind you about during the plugs?
Oh, yeah. So do you remember, like, way back in the days of yore? Like, this is like year 1 year 1 Talent Alone. I did a all-decade SummerSlam card.
Yeah.
I got a week from Sunday before Survivor Series. I'd like to do it for that.
There you go.
I'm not promising it, but I'd like to do it. So keep an eye out for that. If I have the time, I'm going to knock that out. Other than that, follow me at Talent Alone Mike. Look out for anything I write college football related, wrestling related, fashion related, etc. You
can follow me at Talent Adam on Twitter, formerly known as X. You can follow me at Kotan Film Pod on Blueski. That's where I post all of our written work, as well as Ryan Kalkbrenner shot charts. You can check out our YouTube channel. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, we are on YouTube at Talent Alone Podcast. We'd love for you to come give us a little subscribe, ring that bell, so that way you can come check out our live stream. Post shorts if that's your kind of content. Obviously, the best way for you to support us is to email us at thetalentaloanepodcast@gmail.com and tell us who you think Mike should listen to more in this podcast, himself or me. You can read our written work at talentalone.com. We have our full gear preview coming up and our year-long competition. What?
When did you mention Arkansas during the podcast?
I didn't, but I mentioned Myles Garrett, who is 6'6", 275.
Oh my God, that is the thinnest fucking connection.
They are the same size and play the same position.
But that's not like a hint. You make it sound like you say something during the podcast.
It was a full segment about a guy that is the same size and plays the same
you're telling
position.
Me every time you say someone's size and height, I should be like, over here, doing that?
No, you probably should just know how big giant pass rushers are.
Okay.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Full gear preview in our year-long competition to see who can better predict wrestling shows. You can check out Basky. What's up?
What do you think? We're going to drop that Friday or Saturday? Shows
Friday.
On Saturday.
Ideally Friday. You can check out our Basky podcast, which is coming out on Saturday this week. We'll record that nice and early so Mike can watch his college football. And I'll get that edited before I go see Jay Kelly. We'll be talking about the NHL and all things hockey related. Mike, we do have an Anaheim game tomorrow night.
Ooh, gotta watch that. During the live stream. Right?
During the live stream. I might be right after the live stream, actually. It's
oh, yeah. It's probably a West Coast game. It's a good point.
Yeah, so right after the live stream, we have that. And is there anything else I need to cover there? No, I think that's it. I think that we're good there. With that, Mike, on the way out the door, would you like to give an edge rusher-based shout-out?
An edge rusher-based shout-out. Shout-out to Nick the Horton Scorton?
Nick Scorton, here's a who?